Good evening. I'd like to welcome everybody to our council meeting tonight. I'd like to call our meeting to order. If everybody would please stand, I'd like to lead us in our prayer. And from the prayer, we'll go into the Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Higginbotham, call roll, please.
Councilman Roberts.
Here.
President Logan.
Here.
Councilman Davis.
Yes. Here.
Councilman Hogg.
Here.
Quorum, Mr. President.
Thank you. First item on presentations, the mayor's office has a special presentation on a recent event that staff and her office helped coordinate. Mayor?
On behalf of twas the night before Christmas 5K run that was held on November the 30th, for DHR to stay in Tuscaloosa County for our children is a total of $4,886, which is more than has been raised before. About $500 more than last year, wasn't it? So each year it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and we do appreciate y'all helping with this, and we appreciate all our citizens and folks who were involved with it, even though it was kind of a nasty night.
It was a great night, and we're very thankful for what you guys have done and what our city has done, and very thankful for the city of Northport. Not only did we raise this amount of money, but it was just a fun event, and you guys have done phenomenal, and we look forward to a great partnership in the future. Thank you for what you're doing for our children and families in our county. So, thank you. All right.
Excuse me, the mayor's office also has a swearing-in ceremony for a new police officer. Mayor Aaron and Chief Burton will lead the process.
Thought I'd lost you, Chief. Raise your right hand and left hand on the Bible and repeat after me. I, William Carpenter III,
I, William Carpenter III,
do hereby solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
to uphold the Constitution
to uphold the Constitution
and laws of the United States of America,
and the laws of the United States of America,
the state of Alabama,
the state of Alabama,
and the city of Northport,
the city of Northport.
and that I will faithfully and honestly discharge my duties
I will faithfully and honestly discharge my duties
as a police officer for the city of Northport.
as a police officer for the city of Northport.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you. Congratulations. So glad to have you with us. Thank you, Chief. We don't need to sign that one.
Item 5 is approval of our agenda. In our interviews afterwards, we had some time for a somewhat quick pre-meeting, and it was discussed to possibly table item 7A2. That's item 7A2 that considers that considers a resolution to sell or the sale of the Hassan Center, and which also would trigger item 8A2 and 8A3. So until January of 2019, so we can have a full council body to address it accordingly, and also to address any any possible revisions to any particular ordinance, which is 8A2 or 3. So again, the request was to table item 7A2, and then that would also trigger the tabling of item 8A2 and 8A3. These are two first readings. So again, that's in the form of a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Davis. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. Higginbotham.
President Logan,
Yes.
Councilman Davis,
Yes.
Councilman Roberts,
Yes.
Councilman Hogg.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Unfinished business, 7A1 is a second reading of a permanent resolution accepting infrastructure for Northwood Gardens Phase 3. Mr. Higginbotham.
Yes, sir. Northwood Gardens is located off of Highway 43. This is the second reading accepting the infrastructure, except for the final layer of paving. They have met the engineer's requirements for public infrastructure.
Thank you. Is there a motion to adopt that resolution?
Make that motion.
That's a motion by Councilman Roberts. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Davis. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. Higginbotham.
Councilman Roberts,
Yes.
Councilman Davis,
Yes.
President Logan,
Yes.
Councilman Hogg.
Yes.
Motion carries, Mr. President.
New business, 8A1 is a first reading of an ordinance declaring a sales tax holiday. Ms. Hoffman, this is what we do every year. This is just an annual sales tax holiday event. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right, I'll offer that up for a first reading under new business 8A1. 8A3 under new business, first reading of a permanent resolution. Well, 8A4. 8A4 is a first reading of an ordinance amending Chapter 14 of the Northport Municipal Code pertaining to the regulation of vicious animals. Mr. Davis. All right, thank you. Is there a member of council wanted to offer that for a first reading?
I'll offer that up.
That's offered up by Councilman Roberts. Item 8B1 under new business is a resolution awarding bid file. Of course, these are annual bid parts regarding heavy-duty equipment parts and miscellaneous auto parts, so we'll move through these fairly quickly. Again, this is out of Public Works. The first one is bid file 18-13 heavy-duty auto parts. Ms. Starnes.
Yes, sir. We've received bids for heavy-duty auto parts, and this is a 12-month period, and Southland International was the low bid.
Thank you. Is there a motion to adopt that resolution?
I'll make that motion.
That's a motion by Councilman Davis. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Roberts. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. Higginbotham.
Councilman Davis,
Yes.
Councilman Roberts,
Yes.
President Logan,
Yes.
Councilman Hogg.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Second item is a resolution awarding bid file 18-14 miscellaneous auto parts. Ms. Starnes.
Yes, sir. We received bids for these as well. Northport Auto was the low bidder for this.
Is there a motion to adopt that resolution?
I'll make that motion.
That's a motion by Councilman Davis. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Roberts. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. Higginbotham.
Councilman Davis,
Yes.
Councilman Roberts,
Yes.
President Logan,
Yes.
Councilman Hogg.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Item 3 is a resolution awarding our bid file 18-15 automotive batteries. Ms. Starnes.
We received bids for these as well. Northport Auto was the low bidder.
Is there a motion to adopt the resolution?
I'll make that motion again.
That's a motion by Councilman Davis. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Roberts. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. Higginbotham.
Councilman Davis,
Yes.
Councilman Roberts,
Yes.
President Logan,
Yes.
Councilman Hogg. Motion carries.
Item 4 is a resolution awarding bid file 18-16 light-duty auto parts. Ms. Starnes.
Yes, sir. 12 months as well. Northport Auto.
Is there a motion to adopt the resolution?
Yeah, I'll make that motion.
That's a motion by Councilman Davis. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Roberts. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. Higginbotham.
Councilman Davis,
Yes.
Councilman Roberts,
Yes.
President Logan,
Yes.
Councilman Hogg.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Item 5 is a resolution awarding bid file 18-10 fiscal year 2019 citywide street resurfacing project. Mr. Higginbotham.
Yes, sir, Mr. President. The city took bids for our citywide resurfacing on Tuesday, November 13th of this year at 10 a.m. We received one bid. That was from Mallory Burkhalter Paving in the amount of $759,449.50. After reviewing the bids, we agreed with what was submitted, and we do issue it, bring it to you for award. Once you do this, we will move forward with contracts with the low bidder.
All right, thank you. Is there a motion to adopt that resolution or approve the adoption of the resolution? Excuse me.
Yes.
That's a motion by Councilman Davis. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Roberts. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. Higginbotham.
Councilman Davis,
Yes.
Councilman Roberts,
Yes.
President Logan,
Yes.
Councilman Hogg.
Abstain.
Motion carries.
Resolution declaring certain items as surplus and authorizing their disposal. Mr. Webb.
Yes, this is a copier approximately 10 years old, in our water billing office we're no longer utilizing.
All right, thank you. Is there a motion to adopt that resolution declaring that copier surplus and authorizing its proper disposal?
I'll make that motion.
That's a motion by Councilman Hogg. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Roberts. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. Higginbotham.
Councilman Hogg,
Yes.
Councilman Roberts,
Yes.
President Logan,
Yes.
Councilman Davis.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Item C, a consent agenda, 21 items. They range from minutes of the previous meeting, bill listings, travel and training. We have some PO requisitions for our monthly fee for our telephone and whatnot. We do have some recycling bins on here, so that's very good news. And of course, Krebs Engineering has some things out of Water and Utilities Department. So is there a motion to adopt the consent agenda as printed?
I'll make that motion.
That's a motion by Councilman Hogg. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Davis. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. Higginbotham.
Councilman Hogg,
Yes.
Councilman Davis,
Yes.
Councilman Roberts,
Yes.
President Logan.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Item 9, reports of special committees to council. If there any member of council wanted to report on their respective committee. All right. Item 10, public hearings. We have none on the agenda. Item 11, city administrator's business. Mr. Higginbotham.
Yes, sir, I have a few items tonight. I guess the first one is more of just for a point of information. Safe Kids is a group that we give a check to every year. They use it for insurance. They do a lot of work with the police department. They do have an event coming up on December 20th at 11:30. It's their holiday meal. I guess as just for your information, we will be supporting Safe Kids for $1,500 this year, as we always do, and we will be giving them a check before the end of the year. The second item I've got is a question for you, and I have discussed this with you in the past. As you know, New Year's Eve falls on a Monday this year. The city currently receives a holiday for New Year's Day on a Tuesday. Christmas Eve, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Christmas Eve.
Bruce is already skipping over Christmas.
I'm not. No, we did New Year's Eve.
Christmas Eve is on a Monday as well.
Yes, it is. The problem we have is New Year's Eve is on Monday. Christmas, and then New Year's Day being on Tuesday is a paid holiday. With New Year's Eve being a Monday, we thought it would probably be something for you to consider, if you would, bringing an additional paid holiday on that Monday for New Year's Eve, which would be that Monday.
All right. Hey, I'll make a motion. Make sure I got it right. I want to make a motion that December 31st, 2018 be an additional paid holiday for all city employees due to New Year's falling, I guess, on that Monday.
Correct.
And then the additional holiday is only for 2018, and it won't reoccur every year, so we can kind of revisit it. How about that?
That's exactly right.
All right.
Yeah, we already received the Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
Thank
All
you
right,
for clarifying
make it
that.
clear about the garbage and trash pickup for those days that will be missed.
We will pick up no garbage that week. That's the plan.
No garbage at all. All right, I'm leaving town for about a month.
Yeah, Brooke is
We'll
here and we
pick
have
up-
a schedule.
Monday's route will be picked up on Thursday, and Tuesday's route will be picked up on Saturday.
So Monday go to Thursday, Tuesday,
Saturday.
Saturday.
Same thing for Christmas.
Right, that certainly needs to be made public on our
Yes,
page,
absolutely.
everything.
I do agree. I do know we have done this at times in the past. We have a precedent for doing it. I do think it's good for the employees. I think it's a reward for them. I do also think, when you're looking at public services concerning City Hall, it is I hate to say it, it's a dead day. We don't get a lot of business up here at all either, so I think it's a win.
Just to recap, that was in the form of a motion, so I didn't know if had a second on that one.
Second.
Second by Councilman Hogg. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. Higginbotham.
Yes, sir. President Logan,
Yes.
Councilman Hogg,
Yes.
Councilman Roberts,
Yes.
Councilman Davis.
Yes.
Motion carries. A couple of other items as well. One, we need to discuss are the January council dates. They're currently scheduled for January 7th and January 21st, which the 7th coincides with the national championship evening, which may or may not include Alabama, but I know it'll be a big night. The 21st coincides with Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. So both of those days fall on evenings that are probably going to be difficult to get attendance and a quorum. I would like for you to consider moving those dates to the 14th and the 28th in January of 2019.
All right. I'll make a motion to move those dates as mentioned to the 14th of January and the 28th of January. Pre-meeting still the same. Regular council meeting still the same. That's
I'll
in the
second that.
All right, so that's a second by Councilman Roberts. Any further questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. Higginbotham.
Sir, President Logan,
Yes.
Councilman Roberts,
Yes.
Councilman Davis.
Yes.
Councilman Hogg.
Yes.
All right, motion carries. The last item will be for you to be thinking a little bit about the special meeting that we're going to need to call concerning District 3's seat. I know in pre-meeting we discussed possibly doing it this Wednesday at 12:30. And if we get confirmation on that in the morning, I will be sending notice to the media and also sending kind of a re-notification to each of you. If that does not work, hopefully we can do it on the following Tuesday at lunch as well. But we'll wait until the morning about 9:30 and know for sure. Thank you. That's all I have tonight.
All right, thank you, Bruce. Item 12, departmental business, under legal. Ron, I think we have a couple claims. What was the recommendation from the committee? Okay. All right, thank you, Ron. Is there a motion to approve or deny the claim 1879 in the amount of $748.73?
Move to approve.
That's a motion to approve by Councilman Hogg. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Davis. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. Higginbotham.
Councilman Hogg,
Yes.
Councilman Davis,
Yes.
Councilman Roberts,
Yes.
President Logan.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Second claim 1881. Ron? Is there a motion to approve or deny the claim 1881 in the amount of $2,567.99?
Move to approve.
That's a motion to approve by Councilman Davis. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Hogg. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. Higginbotham.
Councilman Davis,
Yes.
Councilman Hogg,
Yes.
Councilman Roberts,
Yes.
President Logan.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Item 13, public comments. We have none on the agenda. Item 14, mayor and council members' business. District 1, Councilman Roberts.
Just a few things. For those of us that are excited about the recycle program, I actually asked Brooke this morning. It got on my radar, and we've had 400 people plus apply for the recycle program, which I guess if we have 8,000 households puts us right about 5%, which doesn't sound like a lot, but we get some critical mass, so hopefully that takes off a lot further than that. And I know that I talked to Mr. Higginbotham because I think something on the business side for the businesses needs to be done. Second thing is that this is my first Christmas here with Northport on the city council. I'd like to say this has been a pleasure. I've enjoyed working with the staff and with the folks here on the city council. I know I'm kind of the new guy and I ask a lot of questions, and I probably provide Ron with half of the work that he should be doing, but and then I guess the last thing is, and this is with respect to the director of planning position, I'd like to make a motion that I hereby move that the city hire Philip O'Leary as the director of planning, and that the city administrator authorize and negotiate his terms of employment within the parameters of his job description.
Thank you, Councilman. I'll actually second that. So that's a motion by Councilman Roberts to engage Philip O'Leary for the position of planning director and allow city administrator's office to engage negotiations for employment. So that's a motion by Councilman Roberts, second by Councilman Logan. Any further questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. Higginbotham.
Councilman Roberts,
Yes.
President Logan,
Yes.
Councilman Davis,
Yes.
Councilman Hogg.
Yes.
Motion carries, Mr. President.
That's all I had.
Thank you, Councilman. District 2, under my business, just wish everybody Merry Christmas and have a blessed New Year, and looking forward to some bigger things in 2019 for our city. So, and just thank all the employees who we've had a eventful year, just cold weather, hot weather, wet weather. So we've done a really good job. I know in 2019 we'll kind of continue to improve on what we do. So thank you to the Public Works, internal staff, City Hall. All of our employees have really done a pretty good job this year, so I want to thank everybody. So that's all my business. District 4, Councilman Davis.
Yeah, thank you, President Logan. Yeah, under my business, I want to make a motion tonight. As most of us know up here that's been here ever since Councilman Boozer resigned from the City Council, our Personnel Committee has not met since that time. I think we have a lot of unfinished business to attend to, and we still have an employee handbook that we need to get out. Our employees deserve a handbook with guidelines to go by for the future of them and the city. So with that being said, I would like to make a motion tonight to appoint Councilman Roberts as chairman of the Personnel Committee, and I will co-chair it if that's the pleasure of the council.
All right. So that's a motion by Councilman Davis to appoint Councilman Roberts as chair of Personnel Committee. And I think you were saying one of the number one things you wanted to do was get the employment handbook out. Is that for review by the committee or out to council for approval?